Earlier this month, the Blend kicked off Life Insurance Awareness Month with a special guest, Ashton. It's something race car driver Danica Patrick has revved up support for. We want to dig a little deeper on that topic again today with Abe Ashton and Jordan Flake of Ashton, a complete retirement planning firm.
And gentlemen, you join us now. Great having you.
Yeah, thanks for having us back. Now, Jordan Flake is with Clear Counsel Law Group. He is my brother-in-law, so he's still part of this Retirement Brothers clan.
The brotherhood.
Wow.
It's quite a brotherhood.
I brought an attorney.
Yeah.
I brought an attorney. I did it, and luckily I got him to. I convinced him by the end of the day to by the end of the segment to give away something free. So if you can get an attorney to give something away free, we'll get to that in a minute. But first, we've got to talk about life insurance and estate planning and the whole kit and caboodle.
That's incredible. I want to learn your secrets later.
Yeah.
So we're talking about life insurance today. We're going to dig a little bit deeper about how life insurance applies to women specifically.
Yeah. Now,
There's a difference.
I'm going to ask you a question. Either one of you can answer. What percentage of women outlive their husbands? Just throw out a percentage.
75.
Yeah, I'd say 70.
70. So you're both close. It's 80%.
Oh, wow.
Right. So 80% of women outlive their husbands. Now here's another question for you.
Okay.
By how many years?
6.
12.
14.
Wow.
So that just goes to show that
Wow.
life insurance and understanding a surviving spouse and having a surviving spouse plan is important,
No
right?
question.
Because if
Very
we're talking
much
about
so.
pensions being gone, if we're talking about Social Security being reduced, most people don't think about that 14-year period. And in Las Vegas, we play odds all the time, right? We're a whole city based on odds. That's why we have no state income tax. So
Yes.
we should listen to this, right? So if we're playing the odds, we understand that I'm probably going to predecease my wife. You know, the odds are 80% that that's what's going to happen. And my wife will outlive me by probably about 14 years. She's got a 50% chance of living 14 years longer than I do. And if I'm not sitting down with her and having a plan and having a discussion on what that looks like, what her income will look like, even though we think, yeah, that's far away and it's not the funnest thing, we're still trying to get kids they're not very smart, but we're trying to get them into college and get them paid for through college.
Yes.
But the point is you've got to have these conversations now, and one of those things is life insurance. Life insurance can be one of those tools that is utilized to pay for and protect a surviving spouse. The other is estate planning, you know, using the estate planning and those tools, which is why we've got Jordan here today.
Absolutely. And my father passed away 4 years ago, and my mother has been, you know, adjusting, and now she is living on and dealing with very much of the reality of what you're talking about. So thank you for focusing on women specifically. You have some real life examples of situations that women encounter later in life.
Yeah, it happens all the time, and I'll let Jordan talk about the estate planning, but we do have a lot of people that come in after their spouse has died, and they don't know anything. They don't know anything about the finances, anything about the income changes. I had a woman come into my office that said, I'm broke, I don't know how I'm going to live, and after digging through a brown paper bag of statements, we found a couple $100,000 in bonds that she didn't know that her husband even had, which was a relief.
Wow.
But doesn't always come out with that happy of an ending. And then there's the estate planning component.
Honestly, what happens is that everyone gets a lot of people have life insurance, but they list each other as the beneficiary.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a woman who outlives her husband and the only beneficiary on that policy is the deceased husband, then that becomes a probate asset upon your passing, which would trigger the need for a long and expensive court process.
Yes.
This is why estate planning is so important.
Exactly.
Because without
So,
that plan
yeah.
or with a flawed plan,
Right.
it's a big to-do.
Exactly. So get in to see an attorney. Come in and meet with us for a consultation. We don't charge for a consultation. And we'll go over those beneficiaries, taking into consideration what Abe just talked about, which is that, you know, the woman is more likely to live longer.
And they should. Let's face it.
Yeah, they deserve it.
I mean, if they have to live with a man, for Pete's sake, give them 14 years of
Yes,
You should have
yes.
vacation at the end.
freedom. I mean, they deserve it. They've earned every year of it. Come on now.
And they're going to get older, and they're going to need other documents too, power of attorney documents. At that first link, but when the husband and wife are both still alive, it's you know, it's pretty easy because the wife can take care of the husband into old age and upon his passing.
Yes.
But who's going to be there for the woman?
And JJ, your mom's a good example. You know,
example.
before your father passed away, they were probably beneficiaries for one another, power of attorneys for one another. And now your mom may say, I need a new power of attorney because my husband's gone. I need a new beneficiaries, and that's all got to be changed as part of the estate plan.
You're absolutely right, and I have to tell you, the probate process was extremely frustrating for her. And it's kind of a wake-up call for me because I think it's all about planning ahead, isn't it?
Yeah.
And getting an idea of what I have to
Because it can be
encounter
a
down the
real
road.
pain in the assets.
Yes.
Oh,
This
but
guy, come on. FCC fine.
Everyone, the button, they're like, oh my God, that button. And really, at the end of the day, you're giving your loved ones a gift by saying, I don't want you to have to go through the law system for the next X months or
What
years.
seems like a hard conversation now turns into a lifelong blessing later
Exactly.
on.
Honestly, it's about peace of mind. It really is. You know, I'm an attorney, and we take our fair share of terribly undeserved jokes, right?
one of them's
100%
Absolutely.
undeserved. But really, I like to say that I'm in the peace of mind business, and I think Abe could say the exact same thing.
For sure.
When people meet with us, we want to sit across from them and you just take whatever situations on their plate. You know, concerns about, you know, if my husband passes away before me, I'm not sure I can trust my children to use this money in the way that I want them to use it. So this is another consideration that we take. So
We got about 15 seconds left. You have a special
Yeah,
offer.
the special
Sure.
offer. So Jordan has agreed to give away 10 free last will and testaments for the first 10 callers.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey,
That's
look
awesome.
at that.
Right.
That's a
Holy moly.
miracle.
I
Now,
love it.
And if people have questions about insurance, the life insurance, they just call our office number. It'll be up there on the screen. We'll definitely talk about the insurance questions and also get people to Jordan's office who want to take advantage of something free from an attorney.
Wow. And that's the next how many?
yes,
Next 10 callers.
10 callers, the number's right there, right?
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So then there's the email as well if you have any questions. There we go. People can
Thanks so much.
can email you questions if you'd like to. There's the email on the screen. And if you'd like more information on Ashton Strobelt and you'd like to take advantage of that special offer, first 10 people call the number that was on. There it is, right there on your screen. Call that number. You're going to get a free last will and testament, free from an attorney. Never hear that again. Websites, ashtonstrobelt.com if you want to find out more information about them. They're on St. Rose Parkway in Henderson. Stay with us. We'll be back.